Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by today for the broadcast. We are going to be doing predictions for Friday, the 12th of January. Then we're going to be doing 5 minutes of Reiki. After that, will be free-for-all cards of the day and questions for those who are in the room, either or, a card of the day or a question. Let's start with Aries. What do we have coming up for you for Friday the 12th? Aries. Welcome, Avni. Yep, first in the room. Glad to have you here. Friday the 12th for Aries. Aries, I feel like you have some multicolored experiences going on. I feel like you're going to be interacting with people who are of quite a diverse nature on Friday. I don't know if you're going to some kind of get together where people are coming from all different countries or all different cultural backgrounds, or where people just think very differently and everybody is blending. But I do feel like you are interacting with lots of different people with different backgrounds, different opinions on Friday. Camila Fontes, hello, hello. Manuela Cavazos, hello, hello. Glad to see you both here. Have to see, Camila, how it works out. Marcy Bonds, hello. Been a while since I've seen you back here. Glad to have you again. Okay, so that was Aries. What do we have coming in for Taurus? Taurus, I'm hearing that you're making a list and checking it twice. I think that some of you are planning some kind of birthday celebration or some kind of social celebration for somebody in your sphere of influence. For a lot of you, maybe this is going to be birthday, some kind of maybe promotion celebration or bachelorette or bachelor party. Maybe there's what do they call that when the baby's about to be born? A baby shower. Maybe there's a baby shower. But I feel like a lot of you Tauruses are planning something, especially around birthdays, but I wouldn't say only birthdays is the energy that I'm picking up here. But you guys are making a list and checking it twice of people that you want to be there, things that you want to have available for the event, what types of things you want to have happening at the event. So maybe lining up some type of entertainment, those types of things. So making a list and checking it twice doesn't necessarily have to be an event, but it feels like for the majority of you, you guys are planning some kind of event, Tauruses. Hello there, Ms. Ricky. Glad to see you, my dear. Anna Lopez. Hey, hey. Marianne Grant. Hello. LaShawn Trice. Hey, hey, hey. Glad to see you. I look like sun shining. I like my yellow shirt. La, da, da. Thank you, though. Gemini. Gemini. Networking opportunities is what I'm hearing for you on Friday. So to me, this says that Gemini, you may be meeting somebody who will be influential in helping you to accomplish a goal that you have, especially for a lot of you whenever it comes to work. But there are also some of you who are meeting people who will help you accomplish a goal for something that you want to get completed around the house. Maybe somebody who is an expert at redoing sinks or tubs or something and you want to have yours redone. I don't know. But there's some networking opportunities and you're going to meet some people that are going to, or at least one person that is going to be very beneficial. Knowing them will be beneficial to you in your life. Geminis. Cray 87. Hello, hello. Glad to see you in the room. Everybody who is here, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. If you don't mind, please share so that other people can join us. It's always much more fun to be at a live event while it's still live. Cancers, what do I have coming up for you guys? Cancers, I feel like you're doing some kind of research on something that has to do with things that people have said before. So this could be research for some kind of, college exercise or thesis or something like that. This really has a strong feel to me of like legal research of, who said what, and we need to mediate this, or we need to take this to court. We need to know exactly who said exactly what here. So for some of you, there's that type of research. For some of you, this is just you being parents trying to figure out which one of your kids is making up stories and which one of them is telling the truth, or are they both making up stories? What's the real deal? So looking for some reason, Cancers, for you, what somebody actually said in a situation is coming up as important for you on the 12th. Hello there, Kathy. Glad to see you. Serenity, love. Hey, 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 Manuela. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, honestly. Sorry, honey. Serenity, love. Glad to see you in the room. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leos, I feel like you may be in some kind of negotiations, or you're considering signing some kind of contract or agreeing to some kind of legal and binding thing. Um, Maybe not even in writing, so maybe it's not so legal and binding, but there's definitely some kind of agreement that you're working on. And it feels to me like it could be kind of heavy duty. So when I say heavy duty, this could be like maybe you're talking with somebody about getting married. Maybe you're discussing a prenup. Maybe you're getting ready to buy a car. Maybe you're getting ready to buy a home. But Leos, whatever this is, maybe you're getting ready to renew your rental lease where you rent. I don't know. But I just know that whatever it is that you're looking at here, you want to make sure you've taken a good look at the terms. And I feel like once you look at the terms, you may see some things that you want to renegotiate there. So don't be too fast to sign any contracts. And sometimes whenever these cards come in, like whatever comes up for Scorpio may not actually happen for me for 4 or 5 days, and I'm a Scorpio. So I'm going to tell you, Leos, be really careful about any contracts or agreements you sign or get into during the next 4 or 5 days, even though this is really technically looking at Friday, just to be sure that if there's any terms in there that you need to renegotiate, that you catch them before you've already locked yourself in. That was Leo. Okay, so let's move on to Virgo. Virgo for the 12th, for the 12th, for the 12th. What do I have coming in for you guys? Virgos, I feel like there's somebody in your life that is giving you credit or some kind of commendation for something that you've done or for the person that you are. So, this could be an anniversary and you have a husband or wife that gives you a card or tells you how important that you are to them. This could be something where you get a commendation because you saved somebody's life in a burglary situation. I don't know. I'm just throwing out wild guesses now. But there's some kind of recognition that you're getting from somebody in your life, and it's not, the sphere of where this is happening in your life doesn't seem to me, when I feel in, to be limited to just personal or just professional. This could actually be, kind of anywhere in your life where this comes up. But anyway, somebody giving you recognition and letting them know that they appreciate something that you've done, or something about, who you are and how you carry yourself on an everyday basis. One or the other. Libras. Libras, I feel like you're getting some insights about somebody that is close to you. This could be a significant other, a love interest, a child, a parent, a good friend. But I think you're getting us an insight about this person that is helping you to understand a little bit more where that person is coming from, and gives you a better idea about how you want to react to the way that they've been behaving lately. That's for Libras. B-Day Rush, glad to see you here, my dear. Alice Nobile, hello, hello, welcome. Thank you, Manuela. That's very kind of you. Scorpio. Scorpio for the 12th. Scorpio, I've got something that basically is saying or letting me know that we're going to be standing up for equality in some way on the 12th. Now, how that pans out is going to be very different in each of our lives. For some of us, this is talking about, a demonstration or something like that, a political demonstration type thing. But for others of us, this is much more on a personal scale. For some of us, we could be standing up for our own equality. We could be standing up to people who have been trying to use this as doormats and letting them know that's not working anymore, try somewhere else. Um, and then in other cases, I think that we're going to be seeing inequality in a situation around us, and we're going to be exerting our influence to have that righted. We're going to do as much as we can to see what we can do about getting that taken care of so that it's all handled in a much more fair way. I don't think we like seeing that. So that's Scorpio. Sagittarius is up next. Sagittarius, I think you are hot on Friday to make some kind of big purchase. I debated about using that word big, but Spirit's nudging me to use that word. So I think you're all hot to make some kind of big purchase on Friday. And basically the message is here, Spirit sees your impatience and your anxiousness to go ahead and buy that thing and to just have it. But there's advice here to wait for only one day. It's not for a long time, just wait for a day. So when advice comes through like that, that usually means something's happening. Maybe somebody in your sphere of influence is going to give you the item that you were planning on purchasing, or maybe there's going to be a change in your circumstances to where what you're planning on purchasing is really not as important to you as it would have been before. But whatever is going on, wait for a day, Sagittarius, before you make this purchase, just so that you're covered, whatever's going on. If you want to rethink it after a day, then you can. You haven't already bought it. Kim Hefner, Tennessee, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you, my dear. Okie dokie. Everybody who is here, if you have not already, please share. We've got 3 more signs and we're heading into Reiki time. Capricorn, what do we have coming up for you guys on the 12th? Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Capricorn on the 12th, I feel like you may feel like you're running around in circles, trying to get things done, going from one place to the other place to the other place, or one task to the other task to the other task. Feels to me like you may be taking care of little things as they pop up that just need to be taken care of immediately. And, they're kind of sudden surprises for a lot of you. And so you're spending like the minimal amount of effort and energy on that thing to get it taken care of so you can go back to what's actually your goal. And then I think there's going to be other things that pop up that are very spur of the moment, need to be taken care of. Again, you may not feel like you've actually accomplished anything by the end of the day. You have, really. You just haven't accomplished what you set out to accomplish. Aquarians, Aquarians, Aquarians. What do we have coming up for you guys? I think you're going to be spending the 12th doing some things that you love to do. For some of you, this is going to be the beginning of a new phase with something that you love to do. So maybe for those of you who are into crafty type stuff, maybe you're getting into a bigger new workshop. There's some kind of new start. And I feel like it's a very happy new start because it does have to do with things that you really enjoy and feel productive with, Aquarians. So glad to see that coming in for you. A whole new phase, a whole new happy phase. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. La da 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 da. Pisces, I feel like you may be doing some kind of speaking in public, whether it's an official event or whether it's just something that happens very, very much impromptu. But I feel like you are going to be in front of people and you're going to be presenting ideas. I don't feel like this is so much like standing up for ideas. I don't feel like this is inciting any kind of trouble. I just feel like you're going to be presenting ideas, almost like similar to like what a teacher would do in front of her classroom. So, and for some of you Pisces, this is, not so much public speaking as much as it's standing up in front of your own family and presenting some ideas about how things could be done differently and more productively and that type of thing. So it doesn't have to be public speaking like out in an auditorium somewhere, but speaking in front of a group of people. This is not just speaking to one person and giving good advice to one person. This is speaking to a group, Pisces. Hey, striving. We just did Pisces. I don't know if you heard or not. You usually have good timing, so I bet you did. Let's start Reiki. We're going to do 5 minutes of Reiki now. I'm going to set the Reiki for everybody's best intention, whatever will benefit you guys the most. If you have something particular you would like the Reiki to help you with, feel free to adjust that intention. For those of you who catch this video after I've already left the broadcast, no worries. Just go ahead and set the intention to receive the Reiki. It can still come out to you because Reiki is not limited by time or space. It'll be just as beneficial as if you were here during the broadcast. So let's go ahead and get that started. You caught just a tad bit? Uh-oh, you'll have to come back later, huh? Hello there, Carla Burrell. Glad to see you in the room today, my dear. Oh, well, I'm glad to see you here, Ms. Gemma. So are you getting notifications today, or did you just get lucky? Let's see, it's 38 after, so we're going to do this till 43 after. You guys are pulling a lot into your base chakra, that solar plexus, that sacral chakra. We've got feet, we've got ankles, we've got knees going on. Whew, throat chakra, third eye, crown chakra. We've got it all. You guys are just hitting it all up. Oh, I see, Gemma. I haven't seen her sign in. Gotcha. Gotcha, striving. I wish I could tell you I remember what came up for Aquarius, but I don't remember. That's probably why I'm feeling legs. La, da, 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 da. We need to get some more Reiki sessions on the book for you, striving. La, da, 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 la, da, 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 la, da, da, da. Right? I try to get these time stamped. Usually I get them time stamped about an hour after we get done. Sometimes it doesn't take that long. Wow, you guys are really warming my hands up. We've got a lot going into heart chakras out there. This just means that some of the healing is coming in around your emotions. Something happened that was emotional, and you're bringing in healing there. Aww. Pooty, pooty, pooty. Two more minutes. I thought I saw a booty tat. We're supposed to have a colder day here than yesterday. Yesterday it was 50 something or 40 something. I don't know. Today I haven't looked. I haven't even been out of the house yet today. Tammy Bambi. Hello, hello. Welcome. Glad to see you in the room, my dear. Sweetness. 53 is awesome. Okay, that's 5 minutes. Let's wrap up the Reiki. Wrapping it up. Okay, let's open up the floor for each of you. You can choose to either have a card of the day or a question, one or the other, not both. Unless you want to see my face turn red and steam come out my ears. Let me know what your question is right there in the chat box, or put in COD if you want a card of the day. Okay. Well, you guys filled up my text quickly as soon as I said that, didn't you? Gemma Croft Baker or COD? Gemma Croft Baker. You got the seer. This just means that your psychic abilities are in high gear today. Pay attention to your psychic abilities. That your intuition is telling you something. You want to pay attention to it. Have confidence in it. Know that those abilities don't lie. Manuela Cavazos. La da da da. La da da da. Manuela Cavazos. La da da da. Okay, Manuela, you have the Chariot. This is a fantastic card. So, Miss Manuela, if you happened to be thinking a question when I pulled this card, this is a strong yes. The Chariot does talk about that you're manifesting something in your life that you've been wanting to, some kind of target or goal, and that is coming in. You are making that into a real deal, not just a dream anymore. Will Mr. C, Carla wants to know, will Mr. C contact me on his own, or should I do it after some time from when he said, we'll talk soon yesterday? Will Mr. C contact Carla on his own? La da da da. No, he's not going to do it on his own, honey. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. And he's got some issues right now. First of all, he's coming up as being broke, and he's also coming up as doing a lot of drinking. I'm not so sure I would want to contact that dude. But that's up to you, my dear. But I don't see him contacting you, honey. Camilla Fontes, she wants an OCD COD. Let's find out what comes out of that. Oh, there's Miss Angela Lukes. Hey, hey. Welcome. Glad you're here, my dear. Camila Fontes. Well, your card literally just flew. Oh, it's more than one. Hang on. Which one's heavier? Which one should I tell her? Got to tell you both. Okay, so Camila. Ha 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 ha. You got the High Priestess in reverse, and you got the Six of Cups in reverse. So Camila, I think this is exactly what we talked about yesterday. These cards basically literally say that you have an ex coming back, and he's coming back with a lot of secrets. He's not sharing information with any kind of integrity with you. We already talked about that yesterday, so I feel like I'm kind of cheating there, but that is literally what you would interpret those cards as. Cray 87 wants to know what kind of job will make her happy. Cray 87. Spirit's telling me 3 hints or clues here. Wow, 2 of your cards just flew. Let's see about another card here. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, Cray, I've kind of got a heavy message for you. That's why I'm just sitting here making sure I've got this right before I start spouting. Okay. So whenever I look at this question, I pulled 3 cards for hints and advice. The first thing Cray says that your own intuition is leading you in the right direction, but you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to your own intuition. Those things that make you feel happy, follow those things. Follow those things. Okay? The next card talks about that if you start to listen to your own inner guidance system, your own intuition, then you'll be empowered to do those things that will make you happy. Okay? And then, and this is not a direct answer, obviously, but this is the answer Spirit wants you to have. If you're not following your intuition already, then guess what happens? Spirit is going to say, guess what? I'm already telling you. Why are you asking this, lady? Especially if you are capable of hearing your intuition and you're just ignoring it. That's what's going to happen. Spirit's going to be like, hello, slam. This is basically what's going on here in my hand. So you need to start paying attention to your intuition and have more confidence and more faith in it. That will lead you to empowerment. And if you do that on your own, then you get to avoid this situation, which is called the blasted oak. This would be like a tower situation in another deck. So the blasted oak shows you that you're in some kind of situation where you're very secure. You're making plenty of money. You've got great benefits. You know, you're happy where you are in that way, although it's not something that's satisfying to you. When we've got the blasted oak, this is when Spirit notices that we're someplace stagnating. We're not expanding. We're not broadening our horizons at all. We're sitting somewhere. We're the big fish in the little pond, and we're just like stagnating in that little pond. We've outgrown it. So Spirit kicks us out. Says, that's enough. Thank you. Now it's time for you to do your thing. And so when Spirit kicks us out, it's not a bad thing because it does propel us forward. We find something that is better for us. And I think that that's exactly what's going to happen. If you don't start following your intuition on your own soon, you're going to be kicked out of wherever you are. And then you're going to have to either find your happiness or find another miserable job. But it'll be a great jumping off point for you to find your happiness if you make it go that far. So that's for Cray 87. Angela Luke's card of the day for you. Anna Lopez made it in as well. Yay. Angela Luke's and Anna Lopez, the two A's came in right together. Okay, Angela, you had some cards fall. Let's see how many. Only two. That's not bad. Okay, so Angela, your card of the day, you've got the Nine of Wands and you've got the Eight of Swords. When you've got the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Wands is in reverse. This just tells me that you kind of took your guard down a little bit with somebody and maybe you shared more information than you usually would. And now you're feeling kind of stuck. Like, why did I do that? Why did I spill the beans like that? I wish I would have kept my big mouth shut. That's what I'm seeing coming up for you, Miss Angela. If it hasn't already happened within the past 24 hours, which it probably has, I would say very likely. Anna M. Lopez, you're up next. For those of you who have walked in and I have not graded you, my apologies, but I am so far behind on chat. I have no idea how many people have come in besides what I can see at the moment. I'll scroll down a little bit at a time. Please know that you are welcome and I'm glad you're here. Anna Lopez, COD. Queen of Clubs for you today, Anna Lopez. My impression is that this is representing you today, that you're doing something creative, a little bit outside the box, and you're doing it as a way of nurturing or encouraging somebody else. So you could be, I don't know, knitting baby stockings for a brand new baby that's coming into the family, or sewing up a shirt or something like that. I don't even know. Anyway, being helpful, being encouraging and helpful and creative to help somebody else, Miss Anna Lopez. Okay, let's see who's up next. Let me scroll down a little here. Of course. Every time I try to scroll down a little, it tries to take me far, far away. Okay, striving. COD for you. Camila Fontes, I'm seeing where you asked for a COD 3 times. Please don't do repeat requests like that because I'm already like way behind on chat and that just is more stuff I have to look through to get to more people. And I'm trying to help as many as I can within a reasonable amount of time of me being here. Striving. You've got the Three of Wands, my dear. Where's my camera? Three of Wands. This just tells me that you are making some kind of long-term plans. Either you have within the past 24 hours or you will within the next 24 hours, Miss Striving. Long-term plans are anything from a month out all the way to decades out in my book. Avneet needs a COD. We're going to do Lenormand for Avneet today. Let's see what happens here. La da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da. Okay, your house card is the fox. Kind of looks like a cat. Cover card is the whip. Actually, I think this fox is representing your cat, Miss Avneet. And I think there's just a lot of conversations going on with your cat, probably from you and Mick to your cat. And also a lot of conversations going on about the cat. That's not a normal translation for that. But that's the one that feels right for me for today for you. Camila Fontes, COD. La da 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 la da 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 da. Okay, Camila. King of Stones, the wolf. I'm glad to see this. You're letting something go. It's totally appropriate that you're letting it go. Now, in this deck, I really don't think of the wolf as the King of Stones at all or the King of Pentacles at all. This deck, I see really the wolf here in this card. And wolves can be pack animals or they can be loners. But when they're pack animals, if somebody in the pack goes down, like they're injured and they're not going to be able to recover from that, then one of the pack members who is strong and able will stay with that one that is injured and make sure that no other scavengers come along and, do anything terrible to that animal so that that animal that is injured can die with some dignity and some peace. So when I see the wolf, this is something that is dying and you're trying to let it die with some dignity and some peace. You are watching over it, making sure that it's taken care of as it goes. This is a card that comes up often at the end of a relationship or at the end of some kind of cycle where you're just, that it's over and it's appropriate for it to be over. There is some sadness about it, but at the same time, you're still making sure that all the loose ends are tied up and everything is taken care of so that it can be completely done. So glad to see that for you, especially with the readings I was getting earlier. Why does it feel like I already answered a question for you or pulled cards for you? How many times did you put COD in there? Alice Noble. Or maybe I'm thinking of yesterday's message. Anyway, Alice Noble, COD. Glad to have you in the room, Ms. Alice. Okay, so Alice, what you've got is the Knight of Cups showing up in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse just tells me that you're feeling kind of pessimistic about either a relationship that you're in or that you were in just until recently, or that you're feeling kind of pessimistic about romantic relationships in general, or that you're just feeling pessimistic about interacting with people in general. It's a very pessimistic type of card. La da da. Marianne Grant needs a COD. COD for Marianne Grant. Okay, Ms. Marianne. You got the 9 of coins. This just tells me that right now you're feeling like a very independent person, like you've got this, baby. This to me tells me that you're on your own and actually you're feeling like, you know what? I've got this. I don't need anybody around. You're not missing somebody. You're not boo-hooing over some dummy. You're like, you know what? I have a pretty good life. I'm happy the way I am. So that's Marianne Grant, Kathy Cephas, COD for you. Kathy Cephas, you got the King of Pentacles showing up. This is somebody that you're interacting with. This can be a boss, a father figure, a significant other. I feel like this is somebody that's making some kind of financial decision for you. This could even be like a banker or a loan officer. And I feel like you're waiting for some kind of response from them to figure out if you can go forward with something that you're planning or if you're going to have to regroup and come up with another way to do it. Ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Okay, Ricky Jorgensen, you're up next. Card of the day for you. card of the day. Striving, I think it has a lot to do with the internet connection speeds more than how quick or slow your typing is, honestly. Ricky Jorgensen. Ooh, baby, baby. You've got the Guardian card. Don't be afraid just because it looks scary. This just means that you are facing some kind of fears today. You're giving them the 1-2 knockout punch and walking past those fears on down your path of life. See the path behind the skeleton? How much muscle does a skeleton have? Like none. You can punch that thing out of the way easy. Okay? So just facing some fears and moving on with life today, Ms. Ricky. LaShawn Trice wants a COD. Marcy, have you asked me that question before about your business? I'm thinking maybe you did. I'm not sure though. La da da da, la da 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 da. LaShawn Trice. LaShawn. Oh wow. You basically got the same card as Ricky. You got the Devil card, but in a different deck. I think, LaShawn, I think you're breaking free from something that's toxic, whether it's a toxic friendship or a toxic relationship or even a toxic work situation. I think when I see that card, what comes to me is you are breaking away from that. You're like, thank you. I've had enough poison. Bye-bye. Marcy Bonds, how long before your business starts flourishing? Okay, so I do have that it's going to start to flourish by the end of this year, and I think you're going to start to see some slow movement forward, even beginning from today or even from a few days before today. Excuse me, moving forward. There is something here about taking your business or your services or your products out on the road. So this could be going to a fair, festival, bazaar, demonstration, industry seminar or industry convention, something like that. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. You're also, looks to me like, Marcy, you're also looking at how you can get yourself placed in situations so that you are the go-to provider of whatever this is that you have. And I think you're going to find yourself a good partner with that, but more towards the end of the year. That's going to be more towards the end of the year. So once you get all the way to the end of the year, I think that you're still going to be you're still not going to be like everything's all totally completely in the black. I think you're still going to be having some loans that you're paying off and things like that. But I feel like you're going to be doing much better than you were at the end of 2017, Miss Marcy. Kim Hefner from Tennessee today would like to have a COD. Ooh, Kim, what do you have planned? You've got the Lovers card showing up. This can be literally having a lover and having some fun time with them. This can also be a new partnership. This could be like you switching over to a different trucking company. This could be maybe deciding that you're going to team drive with somebody. I'm not exactly sure, but this is definitely talking about partnership and partnership that's going well when you have the Lovers card when it's upright. So it could be in your personal life, could be in your professional life, can come in either way. It may be coming in for both for you because I'm having a hard time landing on one or the other, my dear. And it doesn't have to be that one person is like in your professional life and personal life. You could have one partnership coming up in your professional life and one coming up in your personal life, or that already happened within the past 24 hours. Jama Croft Baker says, thanks, yay. Okay, Manuela, yes, thanks. Yep, for the Capricorn. Oh, cool. Thank you, Tammy Bambi. Maybe, Carla, I do not know if that's his personal thing we talked about or not. Nasirma. Hey, 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 glad to see you, my dear. La, da, da. I think I took 2 cards for you today then, right, Camila? By accident? COD for Nasirma. Keep your eyes open for the next 24 hours, Miss Camila. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Nasirmi, you've got the Queen of Arrows, honey. Where's my camera? I hate it when I can't see if the card's in the center. Okay, so you've got the Queen of Arrows. This just tells me that basically you're probably an air sign or you have an air sign rising. You're somebody who is really good at figuring things out logically. You don't really pay so much attention to emotions, especially when you're making decisions. You're aware of your emotions, but you don't let them play a role in your decisions. And I feel like you've made a decision or you're going to be making a decision where you're going to be making sure that you're very logical in that. Tammy Bambi. Tammy Bambi. That scared me. That came through loud. And I was so focused. Tammy, you have the King of Swords showing up. This is somebody that you're interacting with. This also is probably an air sign, and if not, is somebody who's very logical. They like to really think things through and make sure everything adds up before they move forward on any kind of project or idea. If you are in a romantic relationship or hope to be in a romantic relationship with this person, please realize that they like to think things through first. So they're not really prone to spur of the moment type things. So it's a good idea to expect to give them some time to think things through before they decide on anything. La da 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 da. Crate 87. You're really unsure about intuition. And I moved it. Do everything you can to listen. Here's the thing that I'm thinking, Crate 87, based on what I saw earlier for you, is that that's exactly the key, is that you're really unsure about the intuition. Like it's there, but you don't have a lot of confidence in it. So it's time to start testing it and seeing, okay, I think this came in on an intuition. Can I trust that? If I move forward with this information, does that turn out to be trustworthy or not? And keep testing it with bigger and bigger things as you go along so that you learn to trust it. Christine Allen, hey, hey. Glad to see you in the room. Dano, hello, hello. Glad to see you, right? You broke another cell phone? Seriously? Ouch. Ouch. That's so funny. Like about a month ago, the guy that I used to see broke what did he do? He lost one and then he broke two. So that's ironic that you're in Aquarius a month later doing the similar stuff. Cindy Trano, hello, hello. That alarm means I've answered the last question here. Glad to see you in the room. Lizzie Baez, hey, hey. I think that's the first time I've said your name right the first time. Glad to have you here. We are live, yes, ma'am. Oh, honey, Lizzie, I'm so sorry. I'm just kind of reading through really quickly before I take off. I was doing cards or questions. They just finished. You're quite welcome, Striving. Quite welcome. Quite welcome, Ms. Avneet. You're welcome, Kathy and Alice. Okay. And Ricky. Oh, we read something similar before. Okay, that makes sense, Marcy, because it seems similar. Lisa, oh, glad to see you in the room. It's still a new business. Yep. That makes sense. It felt very new to me. You too, Ms. Kim. Have a great weekend. Yeah, he lost the first one and then he broke two after that. Ms. Dano. You're quite welcome, Cindy. Awesome. Thank goodness, huh? Aw, thank you, Marion. Aw, thank you, Nasirami. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me. I really do appreciate y'all keeping me on my toes. It is time for me to take off and see what other kind of trouble I can get into today. For those of you who would like to book actual official reading with me or book a Reiki session with me, feel free to go to my website, find my contact information, and just get a hold of me. My website is www.amista.info. INFO. Once you're there, you can find my phone number, my Skype ID, my email, all that good stuff. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Everybody have a fantastic day. Peace out.